Yeah, whenever I see a girl that has kids, I'm like, okay, this is going to be recreational use. I'm not going to, commit to this. And this is how a lot of men feel. They might sell you the dream and tell you, oh yeah, I'm gonna take care of your kid.
Cancun,
but and they'll sell that dream, but they don't mean it a lot of times.
You get a Cancun trip out of it. I don't want nobody to take care of my child. We gotta play to our strengths, ladies. You get a Cancun trip out of it.
Period. Men typically don't want to take care of some other man's child. Unfortunately,
it's a package deal.
It's a very ugly reality. But like the guys that typically will sit there and say, "Oh, I'll take care of you and your kid." It's one of two things: they either have low sexual market value, so they have no choice but to date single moms and try to commit to them, or they're just lying to you to try to get access because they know that that's a way to sell you a dream of like, I'm going to give you the security versus you and your kid. And they'll do that and they'll play the game.
And they get laid.
How dare you?
Could you say that again? You said say it again.
Men that have lower sexual market value typically have to lie about what they're going to promise to a female. So what they'll do is a guy that doesn't have money or isn't that attractive or isn't that charismatic or not that charming, maybe not the best looking or tall enough, he'll go ahead and sell the dream of, I'll be a good partner for you long term. I'll take care of you and your kids. So even though I'm not attractive, I'll provide you security. But they'll do that like to kind of
So in that sense, he's like settling.
No,
a lot of times they're lying.
No, did I? Okay.
I have a question. Doesn't
I actually really like that perspective?
Form of like responsibility, like okay, you have a kid, right? Like this shows you capable of taking care of
let me be blunt about this. The more attractive the man is, and the more options he has, the more he can tell you, okay, bitch, this is how it's gonna be. I'm going to have other women. You're going to allow that. And if you don't, then you can go fucking kick rocks.
I do agree with that.
The more attractive men are and the more money they have and the more status they have, the more they can afford to be honest with you and tell you what it is. Now, unfortunately, most men don't have this ability or the status to do it. So most guys end up lying to women by default.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Like her guy, for example. Like he lied to her and sold her the dream. I'll give you a relationship long term, blah, blah, blah. But as he started making more money as an electrician, etc., he realized, well, maybe I don't want to commit to her. She's getting older. I can find another girl, blah, blah. I wish she was here so I could tell her this. But, like, this is what men will do a lot of times is they'll kind of, like, just string you on if they can. And why, they always have the phrase, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Yeah. So that's what a lot of guys will end up doing. They don't want to commit. And then as guys that as they make more money a lot of times, they're like, why do I want to, marry this girl? I'm a significantly higher earner than her. She gets half of, everything I make. Why am I going to do this? So a lot of guys are also kind of waking up to that. So
I agree with that.
A lot of guys, sell the dream to women, unfortunately. And then, to be honest, most of you guys don't qualify for the man that you want, unfortunately.
I do also agree with that.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
15K a month. That's kind of expensive. You guys are going to have to be okay with him fucking other bitches, 100%.
Yeah, have to be.
Yeah, that. Genuinely, that's why I said yes, because I know that even somebody at 10K a month, 15K a month,
while being fiercely loyal to him,
it comes with it.
Like that's gonna be like you like not talking back, not being a pain in the ass, doing what he says, being on his beck and call, like for him to take care of you and everything else like that. And then like also coming from like the backgrounds y'all do, you do OnlyFans, you come from the promoter scene, you got all the tattoos. They're already gonna be apprehensive with dealing with girls like you because they're like, okay, I can get these girls, but why not get a girl that's 21 that doesn't have the tattoos or doesn't do promoting or doesn't do OnlyFans or whatever? And why would he take the risk, right?
This is very true.
I could agree to. I agree to a point with that for sure. Like we are definitely older and we are definitely like in the party scene, and that would definitely scare a lot of people away. But I mean, that's also some guys' type. You know what I mean? They want somebody that's not.
Smash.
I mean, yes and no though. Like they don't.
That's a fallacy that men will sell you the dream on. Ladies, let me tell you what it goes. Okay, this is best advice you guys are gonna get. Men, when they meet women, we put you guys in one of two boxes. It's either this is a girl that I could bring home to mom and potentially wife, or this is a girl I'm just going to have fun with. Here's the crazy part. Y'all are not going to know what box he puts you into. You could date him for a year, 2 years, 10 years. You might not know what box he put you into in the beginning. And the thing that's scary is that he'll make you think you're in the girlfriend box, but sometimes you won't be in a girlfriend box. And this comes a lot of times because he doesn't want to lose you. Maybe you do some things right, but you do other things wrong. But it could be as simple as like he finds out you fucked a guy that he knows, or he finds out that you have scandalous pictures online, or he heard a rumor about you that he didn't like, and he was never able to kind of get past it. And then what ends up happening is you get put in this, fun box only, and you'll never know about it. And the thing that sucks for women is that, you guys friend zone us like up front, like, oh, I'm not interested, or I have a boyfriend, or whatever. Like at least men know up front, like you guys are interested in us, we can move on. With you guys, they don't friend zone you. They just sex zone you, and you just don't know it until like a couple years later sometimes. So women get rejected covertly. Men get rejected overtly. So at least we know where we stand. You guys a lot of times don't know where you stand.
So it's the same thing that I was saying when we first started. Women started 100 and let you build your way down. Men started 0 and let you build your way up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, the difference is that men have to work to be attractive in the first place.
Exactly.
So the other thing too you got to understand is that like if your guy attracted you, right, and he's like a catch, more than likely other women are going to want him too, right? And one of the things that sucks for you guys is that women are attracted to men that have other women. We're not like that. We don't need to see another guy with a girl to know that she's attractive. That's actually the opposite. If I'm at a club with him or I'm at somewhere out with him and he sees a girl and he's like, oh, she's bound to go talk to her. He doesn't need my approval. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, man, fuck you, nigga. I'm going to go talk to her. Men don't need approval from other men, but women, however, do need approval from other women. Like if you're at a club with your girlfriends and you see a guy at the club and like, I think he's handsome, blah, blah, blah. You're going to go talk with your other friends. You're going to care what she thinks. You know, you're going to see who he's with and stuff like that. We don't need any of that stuff. So the other thing that kind of fucks you guys up is that like you need approval from other women as well. So it's like when a guy's attractive, it's like he's attracted to you, so other women are going to want him as well. So that's why I kind of laugh when girls say, well, I want him to be 6 foot tall, good looking, make $180,000 a year, blah, blah, blah.
And not cheat.
Or make $180,000 a year and like not cheat. And it's like, I mean, you're in the profession. How many guys you do it that have a wife at home or a girlfriend at home and they're just going crazy?
1,000. But if you think about it, it's very animalistic.
It is.
You know, we animalistically, we look for the best breeders. We look for the ones with the best genes. We look for the ones who are going to be able to produce the best heirs.
Okay, so
Right.
if only a fraction of the men meet that requirement,
Then
what's
do
going to
better.
happen?
I mean, it's just the same as
Well, no,
animals.
it's not about. I'm talking about from the female perspective.
Then do better. Make more money, get bigger. You know.
No, that's great. That's great.
I mean,
But
there's-
men understand this, but you know who that hurts, right?
Everybody.
No, that hurts
It's
y'all.
just the
Everybody.
same.
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
the same as like animals. Like
I don't think you guys understand where we're going
Yeah.
with this.
Okay.
That fucks you guys up. So women's high standards,
How?
like, okay, because what ends up happening is this. You guys all end up competing for the same small percentage of men.
Or we turn to plants.
Thank you.
You guys don't even do the bare minimum anymore.
We
so,
turn
like,
to
I
plants
don't
and
know.
vibrators. I love when you get on the microphone.
I'm sorry.
You can, but like, you can go
Like,
to,
show me a good man, because they're all married or something. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, well, the thing is that here's the scary part. Like, I think they said something like women at age 30 and up or above 50% of them are going to be single or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
and
we've
also
already hit it. And we've already hit it.
medication, depression,
Yeah.
everything up.
Like, more women are single now than ever before, and more women are antidepressants.
The
and
male
sad than ever
loneliness
before.
epidemic.
go to the gym then do
Yeah,
something.
too. Yeah, and then there's also male loneliness epidemic.
Depression
But here's the
doesn't
difference, though.
exist.
Here's the difference. I talk about this in my book. Men can outsource the things that we typically look for women. You guys can't outsource the things you look for in
In
a
what
guy
way?
because, well, women need emotional attachment with a man. Like, you guys need all
That's
this, like,
valid.
crap to, feel attached to a guy. An AI robot or, a sex robot or, pornography is not going to settle that for you a lot of times.
Do you
Women need that.
also agree that we could get that from our community? From our friends, our family,
No,
our
not the
brothers,
same.
our
Absolutely not.
sisters?
Absolutely
Not the
not.
same.
Not the
Absolutely
same.
not.
Okay.
Because the things because women are complex, so they need a lot of different things met and by a man. And unfortunately, like a robot, your girlfriend, your friend group, they're not going to fulfill that for you. A career, definitely not going to fulfill that for you. And the scary part is like you guys aren't going to realize that until you're in your 30s.
Do you think that it would be the same men who would call that complex need crap that would be able to fulfill that?
But he could fulfill it, but why would he fulfill it for you?
Valid.
Because if he makes a lot of money and he's attractive, why is he going to go for a girl that's 27,
Older.
28, 29,
Would he
30?
be able to fulfill it if he doesn't understand what it actually means or what it needs? Right? Because if he's able to call it crap, then that means that he doesn't actually understand women in the slightest. I would feel like, am I wrong?
And not only that, but I feel like it's definitely primitive, like in a way that we are drawn to each other naturally, whether it be like sexual orientation, whatever you're drawn to something.
But to stay is different though.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
I think you guys are
For
missing.
sure.
Valid.
I think you guys are missing
valid.
Yeah.
So let me the issue that women have is that there's not enough of these men to go around that you guys want. So what ends up
Agreed.
happening is that like a small percentage of men are being like chased by a majority of the women, and these guys have no need to settle down.
Where does
or
that
get
come
one
from?
Girl.
I was gonna say, is it not the other way around too? Like, there's only a certain amount of girls that guys are attractive to.
No, there's many.
No,
I
that's not.
mean, yes, and we're in Miami.
Most
Miami,
men,
there's a lot of attractive
ladies,
people.
Ladies,
No,
most men would
I'm
have.
not from
Yeah,
Miami.
there's a lot of attractive women, but there's less attractive men.
That's why I'm saying I'm not from Miami. So coming from somewhere there's not a lot of attractive people, like coming from somewhere outside of Miami, like that was a big culture shock is how many attractive people are here. That's not normal anywhere.
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
not
missing.
gonna lie.
Okay, so attractiveness is very
Is what
important.
we bring as women.
Yeah. So for men, that's like being attractive is great as a guy, but like that's not like the only thing that women are looking for. So women are looking for a lot more things. So what ends up happening is like women are more selective. So
100%.
So there's more attractive women than there are attractive men. The men have the leverage because there's less attractive men. But I don't think women understand this dynamic. Like you guys all think that you're special and deserve a top tier guy. What I'm trying to say is like,
I can
if you
understand
find him,
that.
you're gonna share him.
I can understand that because there's all of what, like 3 guys to 1 man now who is
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
You mean
Like,
3
that's
guys to 1 female?
who's actually a viable
Like, yeah.
partner.
Well,
What
right?
you just did on that site showing that there was only 1.something% of a man that
well,
she's
the problem you
wanting.
guys have is that you guys are in a high-paced city.
Exactly.
Where these guys are around, but to commit to you all the way, they're gonna just smash you and dash you.
Exactly. That's why I was saying like Miami is a different type of dating scenario.
That's any major
for
city, though.
sure.
Any major city's gonna be like that, man.
I mean, I'm from Oklahoma City, so it's a major city, but it's nothing like this. 100%.
Debatable.
So I have a follow up
Higher
question.
earning men that
It's
have
gonna be the
options
same regardless.
tend to behave the same.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna want multiple girls. They're gonna want to play their options, whatever. Because like men have to work really hard to be attractive. So why are they gonna commit to one girl? Stupid.
I
Makes no sense.
do not disagree with that. I do not disagree with that. My follow up question would be that if there are less men who are viable options for women,
Yeah.
where does that come from?
Women's own wants and needs.
Do we think so? So we don't think that comes from men being taken out of the home. We don't think that comes from societal rules, from the government.
Okay, so I'll tell you why. Women naturally want a guy that's better than them, taller, makes more money, status, etc.
Okay.
The problem is that, it's based on where the woman is at. So if you take a woman, right, at base level, she's going to want a guy better than her. But guess now you add a degree to that female. Now you add 100, K a year job. Now you add education, whatever. Well, guess what's happened? Her standards have went up alongside her status.
Right.
Men
Right.
aren't like that though. As we acquire more status and money, doors open. We'll date a girl that makes less than us. We'll date a girl that works at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You guys won't. As you make more money and status, doors close. As we make more money and status, doors open.
Right.
So most men will date most women. However, most women will not date most men.
And that's fair.
Okay.
So that's what ends up happening is that women become a victim of their own. It's called hypergamy, the need to want and date up with a partner. And since women, rise up in their own totem pole, they think, well, okay, I'm 100K per year. I need a guy that makes 150K per year. So, but what the problem is that they don't realize that them making more money and them getting older and having more status, we don't give a fuck about that. As a matter of fact, I do everything in my power to not deal with women that are educated or, make more money, whatever, because these women tend to be combative. They tend to be masculine, and I don't find that attractive. I want a girl that's going to act like a girl.
No,
I
I can definitely understand that. So my follow back to that is if you were to have a daughter, would you not tell her to have high standards? Would you not tell her to go for a man who can take care of you? Would you not tell her to follow the man who can protect you? And
Yeah, but I'd be painfully realistic with her. I'd be like, he's going to have sex with other women, and you're going to have to accept it, and you're going to have to cry.
oh yeah, because I agreed with that,
Yeah.
like 1,000%. My man
Yeah.
making 15,000 because there just aren't enough high earning men to go
Oh,
around.
but I'm gonna also
who-
tell her you can't be a whore. You can't. You gotta be a virgin. Like have
Correct.
a very low body count. Like you're gonna have
Correct.
to. You can't be around men. You can't have a thought Instagram. You can't be partying, drinking alcohol. I'm gonna have to like give her the lowdown. Like this is. If you want to secure a guy of a certain caliber that makes this kind of money and actually like he comes back and gives you the last name, you have to have certain things in place. And it's gonna be very difficult. You're gonna have to not party in college or not be at 304 and not
That takes extreme discipline.
Yeah, and most women simply don't have
No,
that.
no. Like I definitely get it. I definitely agree
You
with
get
you.
it, but is that you?
I definitely agree with you. Listen, my answer was 2, and my answer was 15,000 a month. I definitely understand where you guys are coming from. I'm not disagreeing with you in the slightest. I'm just saying if we're gonna make it fair, let's make it fair all the way around. So if I'm
But the
able to
reality is that
say
it's not fair.
Life isn't fair.
valid,
It's not fair because
Reality?
for dating for women is easy from the beginning.
I'm saying if you have a daughter, make
Yep.
sure that it's the same thing, right?
Yep.
Because I'm saying, hey, I agree
I'm
with
gonna be
you.
more brutal
I
with her than
understand.
y'all.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I understand. I understand where you're coming from. I'm saying that I agree,
Yeah.
right? And then turn around and if you have a daughter, let's just make sure that we tell her the same things. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Obviously, you can tell her even worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna be way worse than her. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, you need to stop being a dumb bitch like these other women and delusional.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
you
I'll be
feel
honest,
that.
what you guys are all looking for, you guys are probably not gonna get.
Ever.
Me just being a buck with y'all. Like, you know, because there's a girl out there that fucking works at McDonald's or some shit, or just turned 18. That's
21,
not
19.
on some bullshit. That's not gonna talk back, not have an attitude, not have all these experiences. And she's gonna
Never
take
been
that
on a
man
yacht.
from you. Never been on a yacht. Never traveled. None of that shit. That's what men want, bro. I want to be the first one to take her on a plane. I want to be the first one to take her outside the country. Shit. Men don't
I
want to
will
go.
say
It's like
that's
I've
so
been here.
true.
I've done that.
I feel like
That's
men
so
should
true.
really just do better. I feel like that would be.
What the?
I feel like that would.
All of that. That's
Why
that's what you
is
got?
it the women's problem that you're not the first one to take me on a yacht? Do better. Take me somewhere else.
It's not our problem. It's your
Wow.
problem when you're 35 and single and crying on a fucking with your cats with dogs.
But who's crying?
Yo, you're gonna be soon.
Okay,
Trust
didn't
me.
you say earlier, a question for you? You said earlier that you want a guy that like is experienced and like can teach you something and is more competent, can like teach you, like basically be like almost like a mentor, right?
Yeah.
Does
I
that
would say
mean that you're stupid?
Does that mean that I'm stupid? No, not in the slightest. If you ever stop learning, then you're stupid at that point.
Okay, so would it be fair to say that that's like a biological want? Because a lot of women want a guy that's smarter than they could teach them something.
Okay.
Okay, and you want a guy with experience, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the other side, we don't want a girl with experience. Like you want a man with experience who can teach you something? We don't want a girl with experience.
Valid.
So it's like, you got to understand that men and women are completely different. So like, you want experience because he's supposed to be the leader and the breadwinner and everything else. Like, we don't want that. We
So
want
when
a
you
fresh
say-
slate to work with. You guys want, a man that's established, has all these things. Because the things that make a man attractive, like, take time to acquire. The things that make a woman attractive, she's born with.
So on the opposite side, you said that makes women less attractive because they have certain standards, and it narrows down our options, right? So wouldn't that
It's
be
not
the
that it
same
makes it-
thing with
it's
you
not
guys?
that it makes them less attractive. It's that they their pool shrinks significantly.
Would that not be the same thing with you guys?
That's what I was saying also.
What do you mean by?
So you want a woman who's never gone to Aruba, right? Like that would lessen your pool, right?
What?
So what she's saying
No,
is
no,
like
no.
you guys aren't
That's
wanting.
that's a wider pool.
I mean, I kind of understand what she's saying because, like I said, I did come from a small town. Like coming here from a small town and not experiencing anything, guys were very excited to show me things when I got here. So I agree with you on that. Like guys want someone that's not experienced. Like, that was definitely a big thing
When you
for
first
me.
come here, you're a gem.
Yeah.
You've been here for too long.
Yeah.
You're a stone.
Yeah. To answer your question, because she said, well, what about here's the difference. A new girl turns 18 every day, but a new millionaire is not made every day. Like, to the same extent.
That's valid.
Right? Like,
You're all stones.
Yeah, like literally, like there's a new girl that's like turning 18, that's not a 304, that a guy that's attractive, that a guy can talk to, but there's not as many men that are attractive, that have money, that are tall, that are good looking, and have all these things that it takes to
So I feel like
Our pool
men
is just as small as y'all's.
I feel like men are not evolving as fast as women.
Yeah.
I feel like men should do better and evolve faster.
Well, I think men have evolved. It's just that like the men that are the most evolved just don't want to settle down because they don't have to.
Yeah.
Why would they settle down? Like, why would they want to have one girl and they can have a million? And I would argue that's that's the byproduct of feminism, because when you leave women to their own devices, you guys become your own worst enemy. Because all of you think you'd qualify for a top tier guy, and unfortunately, a lot of you guys don't. You're not going to get him. You might get him for a night. You might get him for a weekend. You might get him for a month or two.
Yeah.
But it's going to be very difficult for you to lock him down in a relationship.
I feel like what's wrong isn't what we qualify for. I feel like what's wrong is the intentions that are being spoken. Like, for sure, like if I'm coming out saying I want this and this guy is saying, yeah, I'm gonna give you that, that's your fault. Straight up. It's not my fault for believing that, because as a woman, I should follow your lead. I should follow what you're telling me.
It's a great point.
No, it is your fault, because if you go into a bank, and you go that's like you go into a bank, you got a 420 credit score, you're not going to qualify for the loan, but the fucking guy tells you, oh no, we'll get you approved for the loan, He wastes your fucking time, runs your credit 7 times.
Whose fault is that?
And then you lose. Whose fault is that?
No, that's valid actually. That's valid.
But that's illegal.
No, it's not.
What is it?
I think you're missing the
False
analogy.
something,
Your
right?
personal score affected the experience.
Yeah, but
How's that
like
legal?
I said, I should know that. I should know that.
Before
Like you said,
before you go to bank, you should know your credit score.
100%. That's
So that's your fault.
100%.
But I think that we're conflating
that's
two
not
things.
what I'm saying, though. Exactly. That's two
Okay,
whole
let me
different
be
things.
blunt.
Hear what you're
Ladies,
saying.
let me be extremely blunt with you. If you do certain types of professions, you are going to disqualify yourself from a large portion of men that you otherwise would probably want. Because
don't
the
disagree.
men, because men that have certain statuses or
disagree.
incomes or things, reputations, are very particular about the woman that they have. Because a woman, if you wife up the wrong girl, she can fuck your reputation up and ruin your career, ruin your name. Like you look at Will Smith, for
That's
example.
just bad
Same with
vetting.
Look at Will Smith.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys remember Independence Day or
Smack,
7 Pounds
right?
or no? All you guys remember
Men in
some bald
Black.
bitch telling him I got an entanglement at a red table and him crying, like career ruined. So it's like I don't think women understand like. If you wife up the wrong girl, she can literally ruin and tarnish your legacy.
So I have a question with that. Do we
Yeah.
think that that's so we blame that on the women, but do we not think that that is equally just a man's fault with bad vetting of who he's
Sure.
getting into a relationship with?
Sure, and that's why this podcast exists to like aware guys on like, hey, this is a girl you probably don't want to take seriously, etc. Because a lot of guys, because in modern day society, we tell men. Accept the girl no matter what. Her past doesn't matter. She's a princess no matter what.
She's a queen.
She's a queen. Like, you know, there's certain women that you just should never commit to. Like the black girl that was here earlier, for example.
Never.
Like that's a girl you would never ever want to wife up.
Delicious.
That's a girl that will ruin your life.
She looks good though.
Yeah.
she does.
You know what I mean? But that is a perfect example of like recreation use only. This is a woman that clearly will like fuck your life up if she needs to. Like you
Yeah.
can see how rude and rambunctious, whatever. But a lot of guys will not understand that like, oh, like she's bad. I'm just gonna give her the world and date her. And it's
got a
like
booty.
that she'll fuck your life up, bro.
Yeah.
So men need to understand that there's certain women that you just avoid at all costs. That you just don't ever do anything with. You want to have sex with them, that's fine, but you still have to do it with, you know, with serious caution.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys don't have these skill sets because they'll be like, oh, she's hot, I'm gonna try to change her or whatever, and they try to turn a hoe into a housewife. It's like, brother, you're gonna be cooked.
Or they try to pay her to be loyal, pay her to be a good wife, but you can't pay somebody into what they're not. So
And I don't know if you guys caught onto it. We said, oh, what happened to your relationship? She said Miami. That's how I know she cheated on him.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it would have been something else.
Again,
but,
when you first come here, you're a gem.
yeah.
After all, you become stones. You're all stones.
Period.
Let's move forward. All right. Don't worry.
Does that
I'm
answer
a stone
though?
too.
Like why? Like look, I'm not trying to like ruin y'all dreams or anything like that. I just do think that women are a bit unrealistic of like what they're looking for versus like, you know, what they qualify for. Like I think like all girls think they got an 800 credit score, and it's like, dude, a lot of you guys got like 400 credit scores, and it's like you're trying to get a guy that's gonna come in and rescue. It's like some of you guys need to be a bit more realistic. Get the guy that's 5'8", making 50K per year, 60K per year. Like nothing wrong with these dudes, but it's like girls want, I need 6 figures a year and good looking and
Good luck.
you know.
I have 5 older brothers. I will say I don't disagree with the things that you're saying. I can understand it. I think that it just comes from a different perspective with the women.
I agree.
But I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean, men, and this is what I've realized too, is like, men have to be realistic because our reality is reflected when we talk to a girl. If we walk up to a girl, hey, what's your name? And she's just like, or she walks away, whatever, like we get direct feedback right there and then. You did something wrong, maybe you're ugly, maybe you smell, you're not attractive, you're a brokey, something, your breath smells, something is wrong with you. Like men get direct feedback. The thing that sucks for women is that you guys don't get that direct feedback.
no, we
At all.
don't.
Men will still come up to you. Men will still hit on you. They'll have ulterior motives, but you won't know because they'll sell a dream. So I kind of feel bad for you guys because you guys will get all this attention, all these guys praising you. You won't know what's real, what's not. And what's up happening is it's like inflates your ego. You think you qualify for a top tier guy, but you don't realize, damn, what are my real viable options? It's hard to decipher it when everyone's coming at you.